Okay, hey there, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about, I didn't have a list in mind, but we're going to be talking about the struggles that come with purchasing a bike at 16 years old, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so I put together a little slideshow for us in the presentation class. Pay attention, please. These are in no specific order, I just came up as they came to mind. First up, you need the MSF course. Very important. If you're below 18 in California, you have to take the course if you want the permit, not even the license, just for the permit. So no matter what, you take this course. So this course will take you from 2 days to about 3 days. I know some even do it in one whole really long day with breaks in between. The one I personally took was 2 days long, and they were within 3 hours each, 3-hour lessons, and they just take you through all the basics. So clutch in, clutch out, things you should think about and keep in mind while you are riding. And although it is helpful, and I suggest even adults over 18 and anybody who wants to get into riding that doesn't know anything, I suggest taking it because it is really helpful and it does include and suggest a lot of things you should be doing while riding. Alright, so right here, if you want to zoom in real quick.
Oh, I zoomed out, my bad.
Oh, no, you. So, so right here, right? They look pretty happy, right?
Yeah.
It's because they're being safe. Next up, driver's ed. Now, driver's ed is not behind the wheel training. It is completely different. Driver's ed is, I know some do it in person, but driver's ed is usually online. Takes maybe about a week, depending how fast you want to get it out the way. But I suggest actually reading and paying attention because, again, like the other one, there's laws, things you should probably watch out for, and things you should be doing while driving regardless. So, this is just a representation, but it is about a couple pages of reading. After those pages, you get a little quiz. You have to answer those correctly in order to move on to the next. And depending what program you're doing, there's different amounts of chapters. But at the end, there's a whole complete quiz on what you read throughout the whole lesson, or the whole book. Next up, driver's ed, behind the wheel this time. The difference is you're actually in the car driving, and the instructor, which I'm guessing is her, the instructor is going to be telling you what to do, things to look out for, what to keep in mind, and going to correct your mistakes while you go through the drive, the route, whatever they have. I'm pretty sure it's 6 hours, depending on what state you are in or where you're doing it. Within these 6 hours, they're sometimes divided between 3 days, 2 days, depending how many hours per day. After that, they'll give you a little paper. They're going to sign it, and they're going to put their ID number on it. They're going to say that you have completed the driver's test, that you haven't crashed or killed anybody. And after that, you can go to the DMV and actually take your driver's test for a permit to drive a car. Next up, the DMV. So once you make it to the DMV, you can pay the fees for your test, sign the papers, and you can take your permit test for your car and your motorcycle. The DMV is sometimes a struggle. I had to go about 5 times just to get one permit, and that was only the car one. I then had to go another 2 times just to get the motorcycle one because they just, I guess depending on the day and how they feel, they'll let you or not. But I haven't made the next slide. I'm in my next slide. Now we got gear. So I know you want to look cool, like this guy right here. He looks pretty cool, right? Yeah. But gear is probably the most important part of riding. It could make the difference between you dying and just breaking a bone. Either way bad, but I don't think you want to die. I know it can be a little difficult to choose between style and safety, or your ratio of style to safety. You want to look good, but you also want to feel good at the end of the day. You don't want to break something. So look good, feel good. Always choose how you look good. Safety is not important.
What?
I suggest, although choosing something that is stylish, pick something that will keep you safe and that actually fits you. A lot of riders pick something that doesn't fit them, and it leads to bigger consequences. So they can't even ride anymore, so there's no point. I suggest picking good brands, although it can be also difficult to choose what price point you want to be at. I say about $600 to $900 is a good amount to have a full set of gear, including boots, pants, a jacket, and your helmet. That was for. Alright, so you have done everything now. You can pick your bike. Zoom in.
I did.
Class, pay attention. So we have your standard, your off-road, your choppers, your touring, scrambler, motor trike, cruiser, cafe racer, electric, moped, scooter, sport bike. Don't get electric. They're not good. Unless you're commuting short distances, yeah, I guess it's fine, but I'm thinking most people here want a gas engine. Me personally, sport bike. I know as you get older, some people like choppers, or I guess age doesn't really matter. This is all preference. But the point is, pick what you like, and also don't pick something with the intent of going faster later on. I suggest picking something that you can actually ride and is at your level. If you pick a bike that's 1,000 centimeters, 1,300 or 1,400, you probably won't make the ride back home if you are just starting off. Apart from being a large displacement bike, they also aren't very comfortable for the street. From a stop to stop, you probably won't get past second gear. So, I suggest some fun start bikes are MT-07. You can also get a GSXR, a 750, the 3-cylinder ones. Ninja 400, a lot of people take that route when they want the sport bike look and sport bike feel. Very good bike, reliable, not too expensive, and it's Kawasaki. So, it'll last. Maintenance isn't too expensive either. Insurance. Sadly, but important. If you're anything like me and you got your bike, you got your gear, you got all your papers, permit, registration, everything paid off, and then you go to plug in the VIN to an insurance company, get a quote, and you get $400 a month. Depending on the bike you get and the displacement it is, you're gonna get different quotes. Also depending where you are and what company you use, full coverage or the bare minimum in whatever the state is. Prices are gonna vary, but usually, most of the time, very expensive, especially for a rider below 21. Most of the time, large displacement bikes are known for being crashed, especially by people under the age of 21. That is why insurance is so high. These bikes are meant to go fast on track, and a lot of people that don't know how to ride them take them out on the street, crash them into a car or crash them into a wall, and that is what makes the prices go up. So that might affect what bike you choose as well, but just something important to keep in mind. So this concludes our lesson for today, class. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you now have something else in mind to think about when going through this whole process. At the end, I think it's worth it. I think that when you go out and actually are able to ride the bike, the price you paid is worth it. I hope that you enjoyed watching this. I hope that it was able to help somebody out there. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your day. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this. As I said before, I already said that. Class, what have we learned? No, that's not what I wanted to say. I had it in mind.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.